Hey Leo, it's Ia Patsy, and I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of June 2018. So this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Um, so what we're going to be doing this cycle, we're going to be using the AKASHIC Tarot, all right? And that's by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. So this is going to be a 5-card spread, all right? And then we will be getting cards from other decks that are here. I don't want to call them out because then if I forget them, I'll feel bad and somebody will complain. So, hope everything's been well for you, Leo. All right, I know that you have been having some challenges. Well, not so much. Well, you've been having challenges, but you've also been creating challenges for other people in the meantime. And you're not being decisive is causing stress for not only yourself, but for those people who are waiting for you to make a decision of some type. So I think that you need to stop procrastinating because you've been procrastinating for quite a while now. I don't want to tell out all your business, but it's been more than a couple of months that you've been procrastinating on a decision that you know you need to make. And you also know the decision that you need to make, but you're hesitating for some reason. And you feel that you are going to be proven right about your deliberations or your procrastinations, even at other people's expenses. And I know that, you know, you don't want to be characterized as selfish, but it may appear to other people, without your intention, of course, that you're being selfish because you're keeping your cards real close to your chest. You're not giving no hints. And it's very frustrating for the people around you. So I just figured I'd just point that out to you, remind you of it, that sometimes it's not only about you, even though it is about you, but if you choose to involve other people as your support system, as your wing people, as your corner team, and they don't know what's going on, and you're still asking for advice even though they don't know what's going on, that's a little confusing to people. And it may be seen as being selfish. And in the long run, once you have made up your mind, you may find that some people may have lost a little respect for you, maybe a little trust for you, perhaps trust in you, perhaps, or they may be questioning who you are and why are they still your friend, even after you've made a decision and things pan out in whatever way that you are trying to guarantee the results of. Nothing's guaranteed. We have choices to make, and then we have to live with our choices. And you're being very thoughtful and being very deliberative. I wouldn't say that you're being considerate, except in terms of your goals and aims and what's best for you, which you feel, I will, give you credit, that is going to work out for everybody in the long run. It's just that people don't like to be kept in the dark. All right, so just keep that in mind, Leo, as you go forth with the rest of the month of May, and that even if you are victorious and you prove to be right that doesn't mean that you still haven't turned people off and that you still may have lost allies that you didn't intend to lose. And I know you can get more, right? That's the attitude. You can always get more, you know, because you were doing what you felt was right. And as everything goes well, you'll be proven right. So they just didn't have your vision, right? True. They don't have your vision. That's why they're lost, because they're following you, but they are not sure where you're going, and you keep retracing the same steps over and over. So, something to think about. After all is settled, after all is said and done, and everything works out in your favor, the way that you want it to, then what? What's your next move? What's your next step? So you're going to be maybe go back and try to retrace your connections and see if you can get people back on board. It's possible. And I'm sure that you figured that you could do it like that because you're Leo, right? Just saying, don't be surprised if what you thought was going to be there when you got back may not be there the way you left it, or the way that you expected it to be when you got back. Okay, so just saying. Old song. Who's making love to your old lady while you were out making love? Now, that may not have nothing to do with your particular situation per se. You may not be out making love, but you out there making moves on your own behalf. And so, what do you think? Like the other people, you put them on pause, and they just wait until you get back? Come on. Some may, and others may not. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, Leo, first 5 cards that you got in this reading were, the first card was King of Forces. Okay, so this talks about someone who's very protective of his home, his family, the things that are important to him. He likes comfort. He is loving. People feel safe around him. And he has carved out this niche so that those people who he feels are important to him, or those who depend on him for their safety and protection, he's created a safe space for them, even though there's all kinds of chaos going on in the world outside of their little area. But they feel safe with him, and he prides himself on the fact that he's created that environment for himself and his family. Next card that came here for you was number 8, Archangel Raphael. So we know 8s are about divinity and infinity. Sometimes it's about karma. All right, so I think that this is talking about you having a choice between using your intuition to go forward or to follow your heart. So maybe it's not only your intuition, but maybe it could be your intellect, the facts in front of you. All right. Your history, previous experiences in situations somewhat like this. And this is a decision that is about your comforts and love, but protecting yourself, covering yourself, making sure that your needs are addressed. Let's see what number 8 is talking about here. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael walks down a path and approaches you, sharing his healing and uplifting light. He is a profoundly loving spirit who has an important role in bringing the Akashic power to you. This beautiful being carries the energies of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. He can share all these intentions and experiences with you, and more. Of all the archangels, Raphael most often comes in the guise of a human. This card can indicate that helpful others may be attending you now. It also portends a time of great achievement in your personal life. And Raphael is opening the door. Blessings abound with the card in the upright position. There may be a renewal of a lost dream, a reuniting of family members, or a healing, perhaps of a physical condition or of a broken heart. Even if these conditions have been hanging on for a while, now is the time when you can really break through. Let Raphael be your partner in the process, and you'll soon see why they call him the miracle worker. So, there is a situation around you that is calling for a healing, all right? And it may be that someone that you haven't seen in a while is going to be coming back towards you. Maybe this is going to be a person who is going to contact you because they believe in your healing abilities, okay? Or maybe there's a reconciliation of a relationship with someone from your past that's coming towards you. Could be a reconciliation, reconnection, healing of a broken heart, or getting closure on a past relationship. So getting closure on a past relationship, protecting of your family and your home. Okay. Let's see how this goes. The next card that came for you here was Caught in the Ruins, number 16. 16 is a multiple of 8, right? 8 plus 8 is 16. So again, this is talking about justice and karma, perhaps. Right? This is similar to the 8 of Swords. All right? But instead, we have two people here who seem to be imprisoned. All right? Or they feel that they've been imprisoned. All right? And they don't seem to be communicating with one another. They're kind of caught up in their own thoughts. They think that they're stuck, but in actuality, they're not stuck because they can always climb out of that prison. All right, because there's no end to it. There's no top to it. They could even help each other out of it by standing on each other's shoulders. One pull the other one up. Or they can just climb out on their own by themselves and let the other one figure their way out too. But whatever it is, this seems to be the position that you are in that you didn't expect to be put in, right? That also maybe is why you're procrastinating or making a decision, as I said before about that. But this could be that you're protecting your home because you don't want to be in the position of being left out in the cold or caught in a situation that you feel you're stuck in. Or maybe you feel that you are in a situation that you can't get out of, that you need to protect your home and your family. So maybe there's a relationship from someone from your past that you feel may be a threat to your family, and you're kind of stuck. Is this the decision to get unstuck? You didn't expect this to happen to you because you worked so hard to protect yourself and your family and to make things comfortable. But even though you've done so much to make things comfortable, you still find yourself caught in this situation where you're at odds with the partner or with your other family members, and you feel stuck, and all parties feel like they can't get out of the situation. All right. So the next card that came here was King of Roses. So now we've got two kings. This king is about protection. This king is about love. In this situation, this is what you're doing. Okay, this is what you're concerned with: protecting your family, protecting your home, keeping out negative or malevolent energies, just trying to keep everybody calm and together and lead. This king is about love and waiting for the love that he's sure is coming. Okay, and anticipating the acceptance of the gifts that he or she, because this could be a she too. This is just a depiction of a king, but it could be a female energy. That's a strong energy. Or is a female who's strongly in love. All right. So this could be you, Leo, male or female, that you are just waiting for the person that you are anticipating, whoever it is that you're waiting for. You're just waiting for them to come in, that you're expecting and hoping that they're going to accept you and accept what you bring to them. Okay. If you reached a level of ascension and you're just waiting for the person that is meant for you to arrive, and you're ready to welcome them and to share your gifts with them, and to even share your status, because you've got that robe waiting for them. So whoever this is, you're going to be elevating them to your level, or they are going to be elevated to your level, and then go forward, right? Up here, those empty windows, if you look close, those are the ascended masters. So the divine is watching over this situation. They're watching over the situation, and they're waiting for the person to arrive also. Now there's a throne here behind the King of Roses, and the throne is empty. So has he gotten up from his throne while he's waiting? Or is this a signal that when that person comes, they get to occupy that space, that throne, and that the king will be there to wait on them? That they're going to abdicate their position to make the other person comfortable. Well, that's being considerate. And the end of the situation, or the outcome for you, Queen of Keys. So Someone is coming to you that has the knowledge and the information that they need to share, that they want to share, that they're looking forward to sharing with you. They're waiting. They're happy, knowledgeable, comfortable with who they are. So they've been who they are for a long time. Okay? And they're looking for you too. They're looking for you too. So you could be at a stalemate, actually, because you're waiting for someone to arrive or something to arrive that's going to fulfill you. You're ready to share what you have with this person, make them comfortable. Okay? Hopefully they'll elevate you as you elevate them, which is good. This is who you are. And this queen is waiting for something too. She's waiting to get, she's waiting to hear something also. She's waiting to see what is going to happen next. She's waiting to see what it is that you're planning on bringing to her. She's not concerned with it at all. She's not concerned with what it is that you may have waiting at the end, because she's not really focusing on you. All right, she's focusing on what's out there, what is coming towards her, because she already has the knowledge. She already knows what's up. She already knows what's happening. Nothing about this is surprising her. She's just waiting to see how long you're going to stand there waiting. She's waiting to see how long you're going to stand there waiting for someone to arrive. Because she's already at the castle. She's already at the castle. So you all are kind of like passing each other. Maybe there's miscommunication. Your desire to protect your home environment, to follow your heart, to reconcile with your loved ones, people from the past, may have put you may have already been in a situation of stalemate, being stuck, not talking, again, not communicating, because you're anticipating the final outcome is going to be exactly what it is that you've been waiting for. But there's someone here to tell you that you don't have to wait, because they're already where you think that they are. That's not where they are. They're beyond that. And they're just waiting for you to catch up. They appreciate all of this that you have for them. But I think the message is that they're already past that. They're already past that. They already have the information. They already have the knowledge. They know that you're waiting. And they just think that you need to maybe turn around. Okay? Stop waiting and move. Follow your heart. And when you follow your heart, you'll find that they're already waiting for you further up. They're not waiting for you to provide them with comfort. They already have that. They're not waiting for you to provide them with information and knowledge. They already have that. They're waiting for you to catch up with them. In the meantime, you're sitting and anticipating and planning and dreaming of what you're going to have and what you're going to do. And they're already like they've been there, done that. Okay, we're going to see if we can get some further messages from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, and that is by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, so can we get some further messages? Thank you. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in regards to situations surrounding them in the month of June, things that they need to be aware of in regards to their career, their home, their family. Okay. All right. So we got 3 cards for you here this afternoon, Leo. First card that came here, number 34, the Winged Wise Ones. So this is saying that you have angels around you, divine protection, that a miracle is on its way. Number 7, 34, 3 and 4 is 7. So this is a perfect timing, divine timing. Something that has been created, something that's perfect, something that's going to be, that you're going to be well suited for, and that's going to be well suited for you. The situation is going to work out because the angels know better. And they're giving you time to work it out, but they're going to help, and you're going to receive a miracle. This could be a healing, or they could be urging you to make a decision. The next card that came for you was the Resting Tree. This is number 22. So this is master number, and this is a master year 11. So this is 22. This talks about patience and stillness. But this was in the reverse. So maybe you're running, someone is running out of patience. Maybe you're running out of patience. People around you are running out of patience. And you're feeling restless. And this could be in regards to your home life. It could be in regards to a love situation. It's like you're just checking out, just resting, taking your time, not paying attention to what's going on around you, not even feeling what's happening. You're comfortable in your non-action. But in the reverse again, maybe restless at the same time. Even though you're comfortable, you haven't made a move and you know that you need to. And maybe that's why the winged wise ones are coming towards you, to let you know that they are here to help you, that they will bring you a miracle. Don't give up. Don't get complacent. Next card that came was the Sun Dances. This talks about celebrating life, joyful activities and abundance. Okay, number 32. This is 5. So this is changes. Changes in your life, changes are going on around you, changes in your love life. But this was in the reverse also. So this could be meaning that this celebration, this joyful activity is, again, could be delayed or coming slow. The resting tree and the sun dances both in the reverse. 32 is 5, 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. So that's a number 9. All right. So we know 9 talks about messages from the ancestors. 9 also talks about transformation, resurrection, death. So maybe there may be a loss around you. Maybe someone has passed away. And so the angels are giving you a heads up, maybe. Maybe you're getting a heads up about this. This may be the message that you are getting. That there may be an ending to a situation. That you have been waiting for. But that there will be no celebration. There may be a loss of assets, a loss of abundance. But this could be if you've lost a loved one, someone close to you, then you may feel that you've lost your abundance. That, you know, this person added something special to your life, and maybe that's why you feel a loss of joy and abundance. So, So you're getting messages that you have protection, you have help, your ancestors are close by, something that you've been waiting on. But the person that you're waiting on has already gone ahead, waiting for you to catch up. This may indicate that someone that you love very much, maybe they passed on, maybe they they made the transition, and so they're letting you know that they'll be waiting for you and watching. That could be what's going on. So that's not for everybody, but that's for someone. Maybe they've been waiting to hear about someone's healing and health for a long time. They've been waiting. And maybe this is a message to tell you that this person is going to have to go ahead and get their rest. That they're going to be moving on. That's for some of you. I forgot to mention the bottom of the deck for you here was the Willow, number 2 of Forces. This is talking about bending with the change. Being strong, but at the same time being flexible. Staying close to source. And being able to adjust. Watching everything that's happening around you. Getting all the information that you need. getting power from source, and learning how to change, learning how to bend, learning how to adjust to the cycles of life, the different transitions, different seasons, things that happen. You are going to be strong and flexible. So that's the general energy of this reading. It was about being strong and flexible against the forces of nature, the cycles of life. So this could be what you're trying to protect yourself and your family from, this change. That's why you are anticipating a healing. You've been praying about it. You've been thinking about it. You've been doing research about it. You've been holding this in your heart. And you feel like you can't get out of this. Like this is like a no-win situation. You can't stay. You can't go. That's what you feel. It's not true, but that's what you feel. You don't know which way to go. But that's because you're not communicating. There's a problem with communication. And you're anticipating things working out a certain way, like a happily ever after. So maybe you're not being realistic. And the Queen of Keys, she knows what's happening and she's just waiting for you to figure it out too. So she's got something to let you know. She's got information for you. She's got wisdom for you. But she's not here. She's already here. Or he, they, already there. Okay, let's see if we can get some additional messages from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And that's by Doreen Virtue. All right, so please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, Leo. Oh my goodness, I think it's almost 17,000 views of the video for last month. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so very, very, very much. I'm blown away, and I hope that this is. I hope that the message that you got was helpful, and I hope this one is just as helpful as we continue to go forth 2018 together. The card that came here from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards for you today, Leo, was BAST, B-A-S-T, independent. Your independence is the foundation for your strength and success. Like the cat, you are fiercely independent. How did they know we were reading Leo? They call them for cats. Yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decision. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. Spend time alone and give yourself permission to play. Ask for help. Ask that your needs are met. Make your own decision. Work with cats. And pay attention to your pet, a feline, or get a new cat. The Egyptian goddess Bast, B-A-S-T, transforms into a cat each night and protects her family and those who call upon her with her all-seeing night vision. She exhibits the cat-like traits of the feminine, which includes gracefulness, independence, playfulness, and intuition. Bast also works with cat lovers to help their feline companions. The daughter of the sun god Ra, Bast has the rare distinction of being both a moon, and a sun goddess. So, Leo, we know you are the sun. So maybe you have a Pisces or a Cancer around you that's waiting for you to make a decision. Or that may be the person who is waiting for you to catch up. Could be a Pisces or a Cancer. Any water sign, I guess. Very interesting. So, you're being independent and you want to maintain your independence. And that's part of the reason why you're taking so long to make moves and decisions, because it's going to be based on what you think and what you feel and not on the advice of those around you. Even though you're asking for advice, you're going to make your final decision based on your own feelings, and you're being advised to do that. But they're also asking you, as a cat does, to pay attention to your instincts. Pay attention to your intuition. Don't jump into anything too quickly, but don't move too slow either. Getting a card from you from the Numerology Guidance Cards by Michelle Buchanan. And as I was speaking, the card that fell for you was number 77, Spirituality. This is the answer to this entire situation for you. Plugging into your spirituality to make the decisions, to be able to find your way towards what it is that you're seeking, to accept the outcome, even though you may be anticipating it to be one way, it comes out a different way. 77, another master number. So again, you may be involved in some type of a karmic or a twin flame relationship. You could be going towards that. Maybe you are getting ready to create that. Okay. Number 16 was a derivative of 8, but it's also 1 and 6 is a 7. So there's another 7 in your reading here. And so we have 8, 7s. And we said that the cards that you got from the Hidden Realms added up to 9. So this is messages from your ancestors. This is a divinely excuse me, what is that? This situation is working with divine timing. All of this. And they're asking you to depend on your hone in on your spirituality in order to help you make these decisions. This card indicates a need to enhance your connection to the divine, to improve your relationship with yourself, as well as your quality of life. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And your relationship with Source is your path to inner peace. When you find your way to God, you find your way back home. By selecting this card, you are being encouraged to celebrate and strengthen your relationship with the divine in whichever way you choose. You may opt for prayer, meditation, chanting, yoga, or periods of silence and contemplation. Perhaps quiet time in nature, going on a retreat, or attending a place of worship is something you prefer. It doesn't matter which option you choose, for there is no right or wrong. Only you know your ultimate path to God. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to strengthen your relationship with the divine. You're also being urged to communicate with your lost loved ones, your spirit guides, and your angels, and ask for assistance when required. No request goes unanswered, and no request is too big or small. The affirmation here for you is, my relationship with the divine is my path to spiritual peace. Okay? My relationship with the divine is my path to spiritual peace. Ashe. So, 77, tuning into your spirituality is going to get you the answers that you are seeking and the comfort in this entire situation. Is going to get you clarity and comfort and strength, creativity, harmony, music. I'm hearing the word music, so maybe music is the way for you to do your meditations, some of you. That may be easier than praying or meditating in a traditional sense. That's a message for someone. $77. 7 and 7 is 14, and 1 and 5. 14 is 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is 5. So this is about change. So maybe this is a change that you need to make in your life to get more in touch with your spirituality. Getting cards from the Native Spirit Oracle, and that's by Denise Lynn. 2 cards came here for you. The first one was Prayer Feather. Okay, so this talks about setting your wishes, setting your wishes. Okay, prayers that are going up. All right, in native cultures, they take a feather and they put their wishes and their prayers into that feather. And then they take that feather and they hang it from a tree, or they use that feather to sage the area. And as they are working with that energy, that sage that's cleaning out their space, it's also taking their prayers up to the divine. All right. They use prayer feathers on dream catchers also. Prayer feather, this is similar. If you have chimes hanging outside your house or at your front door or backyard, similar type of thing. When the wind blows, the chimes and those beautiful, melodies, those beautiful sounds that you hear, that ringing, it's the same type of idea, that you are taking your wishes, your concerns, and you're putting it in the hands of God and taking it there and leaving it there and letting the wind blow however it's going to go, having faith that it's going to turn out the way you want it to turn out, and enjoying the journey, enjoying the sounds and the energy and the protection and all that is positive because you've taken those prayers and gave them back to God. You gave those concerns back to the divine, to source. And you're trusting that it's going to be healed and attended to and fulfilled. Excellent. Next card that came for you was Warrior of the Heart. Warrior of the Heart. All right, let's see what that's talking about. Oh, good save. Warrior of the Heart. Okay. You have the radiant spirit of a warrior of the light. Be impeccable in all of your actions. No matter what others believe, the Creator always knows the truth. This isn't a time to be timid and pull back. Immense courage is filling you now. Throw your shoulders back, step forward, and take a risk. Be willing to live life from your heart rather than your mind. Honor your truth and speak up for yourself. The greatest native warriors weren't the ones who wounded the most people. They were those remarkable beings who had such personal powers that enemies laid down their weapons rather than fight. There are times in life to step back and even times to walk away, but there are also times to stand up for yourself and those less advantaged. Don't allow yourself to be limited by your belief system. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means just that. Fear less. Acknowledge that you're frightened and take action anyway. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of your limited perceptions of yourself. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Through your example, people find and act on their truth. You're therefore a light bearer for others. So once you start standing up for yourself, once you start speaking your heart and speaking your truth in the situation, you're going to make a situation safe for others around you to speak their truths also and to act on in their own best interest at the end of the day. But it takes someone to be the leader. And I think that's what it's saying. That you may be at a standstill because you're not communicating. Maybe you're not being forthright. Maybe you are not telling your truth because you're trying to protect yourself. I think what this is saying is that your protection will come when you tell the truth. Your ancestors, your angels, your divine team is right there. And they're bringing you messages. And they want you to get out of the situation. They want you to use your instincts, okay? And transform yourself. Acknowledge your independence and your success till now. But there's more strength and there's more success for you. But you have to be a warrior. You have to be able to stand up and tell your truth and deal with the consequences and have faith. Have faith that it's going to work out for your greatest good and for the greatest good of all those who are involved in this situation. Ashe. Very well. Okay. So, act like a cat. Okay. Be brave. Tune into your spirituality. Be a brave heart. That's what I'm hearing. Brave heart. So, those are your messages based on the Akashic Tarot. So this is what we're going to be doing today. These are the Oracle of Past Life Experiences. This is by Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Weiss, MD. And what these are messages from Spirit. And they are going to, what they do is tell us different things that our ancestors want us to know about ourselves, about our experiences in our previous incarnations. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get us 3 cards. Okay. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. These cards are all going to be messages from your ancestors about something that they want you to be aware of about you as a spirit. Okay. The experiences that you may have had in your previous lives, or things that may have happened to you in this life, or experiences that you're experiencing now that may be reminiscent or trigger you about things from your previous lives, your previous incarnation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle. We're going to get 3 cards. And you, while I'm shuffling, And while I'm talking, you're going to ask your ancestors to let you know intuitively, or however they normally talk to you, which of these cards is the message that's meant for you. Okay? So, is it going to be card number 1, number 2, or number 3? So, what you do is pray and ask your ancestors to attend to you right now and help you to connect with the card that is meant, with the message that's meant for you from them. Okay, so card number 1. I'm not going to show you the card until I'm finished, folks. Okay, so this is card number 1 for you. Pray, ask your ancestors, is this your message? You can stop and pause the video at any time if you need to. All right, card number 1. Let's see. Card number 2. Can we get another card? Thank you very much. Okay, card number 2. Very good. Card number 2. And card number 3. Thank you, April. Card number 3. Okay, ask your ancestors which of these cards is their message for you today. All right. Well, seems as if there's a few messages out here for you, so they also gave me an additional card, so I'm going to let you go with it because I've been kind of late getting this to you, and plus you've been so wonderful, so you're going to get an extra card. So card number 3. Card number 3. Ask your ancestors, is this your message? Pay attention to your intuition and see what they say. And the last card is going to be card number 4. Okay. Ask your ancestors, is this your message? After the reading is over, go to the comments and please let me know, let the rest of us know which card you chose and did you connect with it, and did you feel the message in any way? Now, when I read these messages to you, if you feel anything in your body, if you feel any kind of reactions, goosebumps, chills, even a pain, or some kind of physical reaction to it, then perhaps that's a signal that this message was meant for you. And if you don't feel anything now, maybe you'll feel something in the coming days, hours, weeks, minutes, between now and the end of June. So, if you do, please come back and make a comment. Or if you don't want to share everything with everyone, please send me an email, pbtarot7@gmail.com. If you look on my page for this channel, for both channels, you'll see the email address and the instant go information for you. So if you ever want to, it's right there. You can just send the email to that address, and I will get back to you as soon as possible for personalized readings. Okay, everybody, here we go. Let's see what the message was for those of you who picked card number 1. Lessons and blessings. Lessons and blessings. Well, let's see what that means. What is that message about? Lessons and blessings. You drew this card as a sign that the situation you're currently experiencing is a result of prior lifetimes. So that's karma, right? Karmic. Take a look at the other cards that came along, and then you can get a sense of where or when that life occurred. This card means that you learned important lessons, which are bringing blessings to your present lifetime. Okay, so these are messages that you've acquired and accumulated over your lifetimes, and you're using them to bring you blessings now. Congratulations. You've mastered how to turn painful events and memories into growing experiences. You can apply the same strength to every area of your life. So basically, they're telling you that you have the tools that you need to make a decision in this case, if this has to do with the reading. Okay, could relate to that. But you've already had the lessons, you already have the blessings, you have the tools that you need to tackle anything that you come across in your life that's a challenge. That you can handle everything because you've been through these things before. So that's your message. That your previous experiences have you well prepared for the challenges that you'll be facing in this lifetime. Ashe. Okay, card number 2. For those of you who picked card number 2, the card that you drew was transportation. Transportation. Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. Transportation. Card number 2. This card signifies that you had intense experiences involving transportation in your prior lifetimes. This is especially true if you presently have phobias related to airplanes, cars, and so on. And these fears don't dissipate as a result of getting counseling or hypnotherapy. So if you have these phobias and you've gone to see the doctor and you've gotten therapy about it and you still have these fears, then they're telling you this is the root of where these fears come from. In those cases, you likely suffered a traumatic past life experience, a traumatic past life event in some type of vehicle which caused you to lose trust in it. You may have been involved in the invention of a form of transportation or related technology, and that knowledge wants to serve you in this lifetime. This includes those of you who lived during the time of Atlantis, when transportation was fueled by solar and crystal power. Your life purpose may involve reawakening the knowledge of alternative modes of transportation, which could be environmentally beneficial to our world at this time. Okay, so your life purpose may involve reawakening the knowledge of alternative modes of transportation. Okay, so maybe they're saying that you're going to be inventing something, that you already have all the tools that you need because you've been through this before and you need to tap into that. All right, and if you have a problem, a phobia about transportation, this could be the reason and the solution at the same time. Third card that came for you, for those of you who were drawn to card number 3. Card number 3, the message for you was scribe or writer. Scribe or writer. If you're going out boating, just talking about transportation for those of you, whether or not you picked card number 2 or not. If you're going out on the sea or on the boat, make sure that you have enough fuel in the vehicle, the sea craft, whatever you're using. Make sure you have enough fuel. Make sure that your cell phones are charged. Make sure that you have lines of communication open with the Coast Guard or whoever is that entity in wherever you live. And just be careful if you're going out on the ocean or the sea, especially those of you who are dealing with the Atlantic Ocean energies at this time. So I had said this to another group in a previous video, and Spirit just brought it back for me to say to you all. So make sure that your seacraft is seaworthy, and that you have all that you need: blankets, charged phones, direct communication with help, and enough gas in the vehicle, and that all the lines, everything is clear. There are no kinks in the line. I don't know. I don't know if cars and boats function differently when it comes to the engine, but that's what I was told to tell you. So just make sure everything's in tip-top shape before you go out to the sea. And that includes if you go on those little tenders that take you from the ship to the port because the ship is too big to get into the port. If you go on a cruise, just make sure that they got their act together also. Just saying. This card that you got here was Scribe or Writer. Those of you who picked card number 3. This card reveals that you had a career as a scribe or writer in your past lifetime, which may be why you currently have a desire to write. You have the natural thinking of someone who can organize thoughts into the written word. The fact that you had the discipline to sit down and write in that previous lifetime shows that you can exercise the same trait in this lifetime. If you dream of being a published author, this card urges you to pursue that dream. Do research on writing and publishing, and more important, write every day, which can be in the form of journaling, letters, creative writing, or nonfiction writing such as blogging or articles. If you have a strong enough desire to be a published author and you're willing to put forth the effort, you can attain your dreams. So, if you have an urge to write, it's coming from deep inside you. Another experience that you've had in a previous lifetime as a writer. And writing could be writing lyrics, poetry, anything like that. Pursue that. If it's something that's always gnawing at you, then they're saying that there's a reason for it. And for those of you who picked card number 4, the last card that came in this reading, the unexpected surprise, forgiveness. Forgiveness was card number 4 for Leo today. For those of you who picked card number 4, let's see what the message is for you. The situation that you're inquiring about will be healed and improved through your willingness to release old stored anger. You may not even be consciously aware that you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger might show up in subtle ways such as high blood pressure, addictions, insomnia, or moodiness. Wouldn't it be great to have stable moods and more control over your health? Forgiveness isn't the same as saying that the actions of others are justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself of all stored anger and other negative energies. After all, when you hang on to anger, it only hurts you, not the other people. To heal the situation, be aware that medication and introspection are important practices that can help you. See that your anger is merely a transient feeling, like a dark cloud floating across the sky. Recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. Forgiveness is cathartic and profoundly healing. Free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. Ashe. Very, very good. So, free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. Forgive people that you're involved with in this present situation. So maybe this is the reason that this message came for you, Leo, in reference to forgiveness, in reference to you making a decision. So this may be a message for us all, that the answer to going forward in the situation that's gnawing at you right now would be forgiveness. Ashe. Ashe. Thank you. Thank you, Eagle. Thank you. Thank you, Leo, also for coming and visiting with me and allowing me to bring you these messages today. So Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button so that you'll know whenever I upload new content. All right? And let me know which of the cards you selected and which of the messages resonated with you. And take the advice for all of us to take this advice about forgiveness. Anyway, you guys, this is the fan. This fan is weighing this down, and I've been trying to weigh the stand down, but it has a mind of its own today. Anyway, forgiveness. Let's look at forgiveness to be our message going forward for the month of June. Learning how to bend, still being strong, but forgiving. Ashe. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you in the middle of May for your love bites. And I love you guys and thank you again so much. Seeing you soon. Bye-bye.